Hello, guys. My name is Angela Alec, and as I promised, I will show how I made this dahlias 26 inches in diameter. And as you see, I made a bottom, kind of like a base decoration on the bottom to make it look better. Okay, what we need to cut squares on the sizes that shown on the screen. Three sizes. Flower would be a 5 layers pet. Okay, then we need to cut them in a half leaf shape. If it's too fast for you, you can just stop and listen again. So that's what we need to cut. These are centers for the flower. I already pre-made them, and I didn't make them on this video, but I will attach a video that how I make the centers on a description. These are a bases 10 inches in diameter, and I cover them with the foam. So now we need to start shaping a petals. They are sort of like a cone type of petals, you know. I don't think I need a kind of like a really deeply explanation, but you can see I'm trying to fix my camera. So cone shape, and it's just a long process. You just keep doing it, you know, prepare all these petals. It would be 6 layers of a flower. I liked when it's a lots of petals, so it's a kind of like a long process. So you just would need to keep gluing these cones, you know, bunch of them. Yeah. So and if you, as I said, if it's too fast for you, I just made it like a speed up. You can stop and just scroll back and maybe see the way, but as I said, it's nothing really complicated to do. So now the first layer we're going to glue kind of like upside down, 2 layers. First 2 layers would be on the bottom. So first 2 layers, 12 on each layer. This would be a kind of like a bottom part. This way I could attach more layers, you know, to the flower, so they would be fluffy. So this is the first layer I'm attaching, and you will see that I will attach the second layer. I did not cut this part, but you know, kind of you will see, you know, I speed up, but I don't want it to cut too much, you know, because all the time when I'm trying to make it shorter and cutting, then always something missing. Yeah, I just wanted you to see kind of like the whole process. And now I'm attaching the second layer the same way, like in between each petal. Sometimes you know, it's usually 12 petals, but it's pretty much depends on the size and how you're going to you know, how you are touching them. Even on my case, it's not always exactly 12. Sometimes it's 11, sometimes it's 13, you know. Yeah, but as I said, pretty much depending on the size. So if you want to make a larger, so everything would be larger. If you want to make smaller flower, then all the pieces should be slightly smaller. But in this case, I'm making 26 inches in diameter flower with stem. Basically, this is kind of my new way to make it. See, now I'm flipping it, and I'm making a largest petals first. This is the third layer of the largest petals. So again, in between each one. what I wanted to say, this flower, if it could be, if you on the bottom side attach like a loop or hook or something, it could be like a for the wall. But since I'm making with the stem, you will see later how I will attach like a attachment for the stem. Now I'm making a second layer, I mean like a second size, the smaller size, and it's a layer number 4, and the smaller size it will be 2 layers of a second size. Yeah, and if you see, I use heat gun to better glue petals to each other, because you know, I kind of like a melting a foam and attaching, you know, so it will be attached better. So, and you do 2 layers of a second size, and then the last layer, 1 layer would be the smallest size. Yeah, in the same way, like in between each petal, try to make them in between so they will look nicer. Yeah, so you just keep going rounds and rounds. On the video it's fast, but in reality it's not that fast. But you know, I don't want you to watch like a, you know, 6 hours video. I'm always trying to make it as quick as possible so you won't get tired. Now time for a center, and basically flower would be kind of ready. And as I said, if it's for a wall decor or hangable, it's just up to you. You can attach you know, hook or loop on the back, but in my case I'm making with the stem, so I will show you how I did the stem at this time. See this little thing I created? Yeah, that's what I'm going to try at this time, to see how it will work, and it actually worked very well. You know, I like how it worked. It's you know, basically half foam, half foam ball, and I just attached the wire on it. Now it's a last step. We're going to make a kind of like a bottom greenery petals, and in my case I needed 8 petals, but in your case you might need less or more, kind of like it depends on size of each. This petal I cut like 8 inches to 4 inches, and then just shape them as a leaf, and yeah, and attach to the bottom, and that's would be it. Yeah, as I said, it depends on the size and size of a leaf you decide to put on the bottom. Maybe you would like to have it bigger or smaller. I just decide to do this kind of like medium size of petals, and I mean like leaves on the bottom, to cover all this not beautiful things. And also it's kind of like extra security for the flower. Yeah, so yeah, just one more petal, one more leaf on the back, and it would be ready. Yeah, by the way, this pipe that you see sticking out, it should be the size that goes into the pipe of a stem. It should easily get in and out, kind of like not very loose, but you know, it, because this pipe that is sticking out of the flower, it gets into the stem. So it's basically not visible. Ta-da! Now you can see the final result I showed you at the beginning as well. My butterflies and my dolls. This is my house. Okay, hope you enjoyed it. And see you sometimes next time in my next video. Alrighty, bye bye. Thank you.